ladies and gentle chinchillas, and welcome to the recap and review for NCIS Season 11, Episode 20, Page Not Found. Do you know how many times when I was searching for this press release, I literally got like a page not found page? Like, this URL does not exist. That was a pleasant experience. So the episode starts out with Delilah, the best way to start out an episode, and she gets some super top secret important information, and she brings it to her boss, and her boss is super shady and is like, no, we didn't see anything. And the boss makes her delete it, and Delilah's like, whoops, some shish is going down here. Then we cut to NCIS, where McGee is planning to invite Delilah to move in with him, and I'm so happy. I'm so glad that some couples on the show are getting some kind of relationship progression, because I don't know what that feels like, because my OTP kind of spent 8 years without even being in a relationship. I think they're so afraid to repeat the Tiva thing that they're just like, just episode, just have them get married, children by the end of the season, just do not let a single moment go to waste. Like, at the water cooler, he can propose, just every moment. So then Delilah calls Tony for some help because she doesn't want to get McGee involved, and McGee finds out and is upset because a woman that he would do anything for went behind his back and sought help from a coworker who's also his best friend. You're right, McGee. I'm sure DiNozzo has no idea how it feels. Ironically enough, that was also episode 20 of last season, so what's up with these like weird betrayals in episode 20? Season 12, Palmer turns around and knocks Gibbs unconscious because he can. This episode was so funny, and to be quite honest, I love this episode. I'm just gonna put it right out there. I loved it so much. It was so funny. McGee and DiNozzo go to a prison because we know how lucky McGee gets at prison. And this kindergarten teacher who went to prison for a drug website, oops, she won't give them information. And they also go to this guy, and the landlord is my favorite character of this season. Sorry, Bishop. You've been cut off. I don't know, this whole scene where McGee and DiNozzo are looking for these rabid Mexican chinchillas who have hopped the border and are under the floorboards and who are tearing your house apart and stealing your wives, probably. What a beautiful moment. But they can't find blood, they find snot. Yay. They later use this snot to figure out that the guy was being held captive, and this guy also had a fiance, and the fiance is kind of like a hot mess, understandably so. Basically, my favorite word, you know, the whole thing is revolving around this like underground drug trafficking website. They don't know if it's like the fiance or the Mexican chinchilla-fearing landlord. Also have like the CIA involved, and Douchey McDouchebag. Wow, I wonder if he's gonna be a jerk in the end. I'm sure he's a pleasant fellow. He's involved, and he's super skeevy. But then they get Delilah's friend in on it to help, and speaking of Delilah, she wants to go to Dubai. You know, right around the block from McGee's apartment. So then they're kind of hinting like Delilah's gonna break up with him because we can't let Sarah be happy. That would be wrong. I love DiNozzo, like Broski DiNozzo. There are 2 names I saw attached to this episode that kind of worried me, and I feared we'd get like that like college boy DiNozzo, but we didn't. He was Broski DiNozzo and mature DiNozzo, and I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. I'm a professional crime scene investigator DiNozzo, and it was great. More of DiNozzo like he was in this episode. So they go to the hospital, and they're trying to hack the computer, and Jimmy's a nurse, and Ducky's a doctor, and I'm happy. And then the guy wakes up, and his delusions are so great. Genius writing, genius acting, genius episode. All because of the Mexican chinchillas. And it turns out, long story short, that the landlord's daughter was the one who was working with the, wow, shockingly evil CIA guy. And they arrest him, the daughter gets a deal. Delilah and McGee think they're gonna break up, but then they have a long distance relationship, and I'm pleased. Also, yeah, that guy was alive. Forgot to mention that. That was important. I also, in my spoilers and theories video, forgot to mention the whole Denozo and McGee talking about Delilah moving in, because obviously the foreign mammals took importance. That's really what I thought about this episode. I loved it, to be quite honest. It was a favorite of this season. I'd like to see more like it, even though we have time's a flying. Almost finale time. Are you ready? Be there or be square. If I don't catch up on these videos, I'll be square, but I'll be there. I promise. Count on it. Goodbye.